Good morning. So welcome back to the channel. A few months ago we flew on EVA Airlines to London from Bangkok, and we thought we'd do a review for you. This is actually some old footage that I put together for this video. For those of you who don't know, EVA is one of three major flagship Taiwanese carriers, with Starlux and China Airlines being the other one. We did fly Starlux earlier in the year, and we did a review of that, and I'll put a link in the description below. So stick around. I'll let you know our thoughts if EVA is still a contender with the big three in Taiwan. Enjoy the video. Welcome to Voyager Smith. In 2024, my wife and I sold our house and all of our belongings and left for Thailand from the United States with our 2 Labrador retrievers. Join us as we review all of our travel and talk about our experiences living abroad. And if you find this information useful, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Now enjoy the video. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the EVA Air Lounge. In Bangkok, it's known for being kind of a funky, disco-y, almost like 70s style place, but it's pretty spacious. You can see they have a little business center, work area, some food items out. They did have, your beers and wines and liquors. I tend to find that the airline lounges are a little bit nicer than just the generic priority pass lounges. So yeah, overall the food selection was pretty good. We just nibbled on it because we knew we were going to get fed a lot on the EVA Air flight, but here you can see the wines and spirits. A little bit higher quality alcohol in the airline lounges than in just the standard priority pass lounges. But, a lounge is a lounge. It's still a nice place to get away from the crowds and everything. I really liked this clock board. It showed all the different time zones, and it was cool that they had a massage chair in there. They did have really nice bathrooms, and also there were shower facilities available for use. Alright, so let's take a look at our airplane today. It was a 777-300ER, 8.3 years old, so 8 years and 4 months old. We were sitting in seats 1D and G, as you can see on this seat map here. Seats were comfortable. There are 39 total, what they call Royal Laurel Class, which is their business class, and then 56 economy and 258. I'm sorry, there's 56 premium economy and then 258 standard economy seats on board the plane. But overall, it was very comfortable. I feel like their product is getting a little bit dated. I flew Starlux, did a review. I'll put a link to it at the end. Starlux, their product is so new. I mean, some of the planes I was flying on were like 3 months old. So EVA is getting a little dated. This is our flight. We're leaving from Bangkok at 12:45 in the afternoon. 12 hours and 35 minutes later, we end up in London. All right, so let's take a look at where we're going to be spending the next 12 and a half hours. You can see the seats in that iconic, I don't know what it's called, pea soup green color. Seats are pretty nicely arranged. If you're traveling as a couple and you kind of have to lean forward to talk to your spouse because of the way the seats are configured. That may or may not be a good thing, depending on your relationship with your spouse or your travel companion. But yeah, you know, plenty of legroom. They had a place for you to store the blankets and pillows underneath there. There wasn't a lot of storage at the seat. It wasn't as bad as Virgin, but it was not great. The amenity kit is from Giorgio Armani. They give you. It was pretty nice. I'd never heard of the stuff that's inside it, but my wife said it was nice. Then you get Jason Wu slippers, and they came around and brought us pajamas as well. I'll show you those a little later on in the video. But yeah, you can see the amenity kit. One cool thing is they give you a little, looks like a little coin purse thing in there, which was kind of cool. But yeah, these are the Jason Wu pajamas. I'll show you what they look like on later. The flight map was good on there. Obviously, because of what's going on currently in the Middle East, we took a flight path and flew over Pakistan to avoid flying over Iranian airspace. So that was a little interesting. I think it added about 30 minutes to our total flight time. Alright, so lunchtime. I'll give you a second. You can feel free to pause while you look at the menu and the wine and beverage list. The food was excellent. I've got to say, it was really good. It was definitely on par with Starlux. Sorry about all the turbulence on this flight. It was a pretty bumpy flight, I've got to say. I don't know if that was because we were flying over high mountains in, you know, Pakistan and the stands, but the garlic bread is off the charts. One of my favorite things about this EVA flight. It's fantastic. I had the braised short ribs. They were excellent. Everything was really good. The bok choy was good. The carrots were good. Everything was tasty. And then I had to have one of the EVA Air signature cocktail right there. So I had my water, my red French wine, and a glass of port. Go with my cheese plate. So the bathrooms were nice. They're spacious enough. You could see there's room to turn around. There's room to change. So how does EVA Air stack up against Starlux? You know, like I said, I think from a service and food quality standpoint, they're very, very competitive with each other. I think Starlux has much nicer planes because they're much newer, and they just feel more modern. So, but I'd recommend either one. The bed, here's the bed and lie flat configuration. It was very comfortable. Love the duvet cover. And then we had a little light meal before we landed. That was actually really good as well. Anyways, bottom line is I don't think you can go wrong flying either airline. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us.